Hello everybody and welcome to today's video from Nick Taylor Plumbing Limited. Today we're going to teach you all about how to do an offset bend with your pipe benders to overcome obstacles such as this. Ooh. First we need to pick up our pipe benders, familiarise ourselves with them, learn how to calibrate them, which are located up here or at the end of our channel, so check it out. There's two ways of doing this bend. There's the college way, which is 100% accurate, and the other way, which is how I've adapted my college learning into the experience world. Like and subscribe! Now, before we get onto this bend, it starts to get a little bit more complicated, so buckle in, listen in. If you need to just rewind this video a little bit, just to, recap on certain areas, please do. But once you've mastered it, you are one step closer to becoming a plumbing god. So today's mission, we are going to do some bends to overcome this distance here. So let's talk about how to do it the college way. So first we need to find the angle of these two bends. So this angle here and this angle there, because they need to be equal in order to have a nice straight piece of pipe stepping up and going across like that. And this is how you do that. So we need to find the offset measurement, and that, what I mean by that is how much we're coming up from the center of this pipe clip up all the way to there. So we need to know center of here to the distance of the center of there, which funnily enough is right here, 36 millimeters. I've transferred that over to here where we've got 36 millimeters and two parallel lines adjacent to each other. Okay, next we need to find out the length of the pipe. So it's the length of pipe which covers the distance of those two clips. For today's tutorial is 400 mil, which is down here. 400 mil from there to there. So we've got a length of pipe, which is 400 mil, and the offset measurement, which is 36 mil, which is the distance from the center of the pipe clip to the center of this pipe clip here. Now we get the offset measurement, which is the 36 millimeters. We minus it off the 400 millimeters off the total length, which brings us to here. Then that distance from here to here is 364 millimeters. So total length of pipe 400 millimeters, which is here, minus that 36 mil offset, which is this distance here, takes us to here. Then this measurement from there to there is 364 millimeters. Now we halve this distance, so 364 millimeters divided by 2 equals 182 millimeters, which takes us to here. We draw a straight line up, or as straight as possible whilst you're trying to record. Next, from your straight line, you come up the offset measurement, which is 36 millimeters. This is already so complicated, I can't wait to show you my easy experience world way, which is coming. So we've now come up 36 millimeters, and then you get your straight edge, and you basically go from here, draw a straight line to that point there, and then from that point there down to there, like so. This is such a complicated and confusing way of doing it, but it's really important you know how to do it this way so you can further that and get it completely accurate. So bear with me because it does get easier. Once you've drawn your straight lines, that is how you find your angle. So this angle here is the angle we need for our offset bends. So in order to transfer that across, you get your protractor, any type of angle finder which you've got. You mark it up exactly where you want it, which is there, and that is the angle. Okay, so we've got our 400 mil piece of copper. I'm going to offer it up to the space which I need to cover, just roughly about there. I want to start the bend where the obstruction is. So I put my mark on there, get my pipe benders, get my piece of copper, put them in. Now we've discussed the point of contact on our other video, so where the bend actually starts in the guide. So I line that up nice, get my guide, put him in, and now I've got to bend it. But how much do I bend it? Well, the first bend is bent by our angle which we determined earlier, which is just there. So I start pulling it, and then I do a little bit, just offer that up, need to do a little bit more. Again, trial and error. I'd say that looks pretty good. Don't know about you, but yeah. So we've got our first bend in there, beautiful. Now we offer it up to our board again, where we've got a 36mm offset measurement with our 2 parallel lines. I hold it on there. So the bottom of the pipe is where the first line is, and I then mark it. Exactly where this line comes through and hits the copper. So as you can see, I've lined up the bottom piece of copper just there, difficult to do with one hand, and then I've marked the piece of copper there, exactly where that bottom line is. So there you go. Now we've got that mark there, I'm just going to mark that bad boy all the way around, so I know when I've got them in my benders exactly where to put it. Next, to put the pipe in the benders, so where our new mark is, that is the centre of the pipe, is just touching our former just there. So once I'm happy with it, I put my guide in, and before I bend it, I just need to make sure that my first bend, let me try and get a better angle, is straight. So there's no point in me bending it if it's like that, because when I pull that down, the bends are going to be at different angles, and it's going to be a bit like this. So I line that up by simply, lifting this arm just slightly, not enough so the former pulls out, and twisting it in my other hand. And I do that, I kind of close one eye and use this arm as a guide to kind of try and line it up straight. Check that my pencil mark is where the former is, and then I bend. Just gradually, and the whole idea, you then get your angle finder, and you keep going until he's about there, and you can eye it up as well, so I can see that looks pretty much parallel. So if I got the straight edge sort of on there, it's somewhere near. So now we take all that apart. So now it's the moment of truth. I've done my bend quite nice. If it's slightly out, like I've told you before, you can, you can give it a bit of a pull. So let's see if it fits. Ooh, yeah, baby. So hold that up. Oh yeah, baby. So that's quite a complicated way of doing it. Are you going to get your angle finder out when you're on a working environment? Are you going to get your protractor out and work up that angle? Probably not. But it's so good to know how to do it exactly. And I really rate the way the college teaches you, because you can then go on and expand that knowledge. But now I'm going to teach you my way. So we know this distance here from the centre of the pipe clips is 36mm. We've got a tape measure on it, and we measured it. Great. I then need to transfer that 36mm onto a whiteboard. You're not going to have that in your working environment, so generally I use floorboard, a bit of scrap plasterboard or something like that, or even better, a bit of scrap 3x2 which is lying around, which funnily enough is the exact measurement, 36mm, we require. I then get my straight bit of copper. That's a bit bigger than 400mm, but it's just what I've got out of the bag. I've oiled up, I know it's big enough. I get them in. So, have I worked out the angle? Have I gone to the degree to find out get it? To find out that? No. I'm literally just going to eye it up. So, I'll pull it a little bit. Funnily enough, what I'm going to do on my benders at the back here, I'm just going to get my pencil. That's my first bend, so I know that this bend and the second bend will be exactly the same if I just draw a line there. Let me get a better pen. I just draw a line on the back there. See that? Like so. I then take that out. I get a scrap bit of wood, or if I've drawn on a wall or whatever, and I doodly-do, probably would put this on the floor, admittedly. Line that up. I take a bit more accuracy with it when I'm doing it rather than doing it in mid-air like so. And then I just mark it. Do that all the way around. Get your pipe benders. Ta-da. Put it in. Get it again so it's the centre of the pipe where the mark is just touching the former. Put your guide in. Line it up so I know it's straight. And then pull it all the way until I can see my black pencil mark. See that? Just here. Do that, take it apart. Moment of truth, will it fit? Oh yeah! So that's my way of doing it. Obviously it's far quicker than working out all the angles and all of that. If that's slightly out, and you'll train your eye over time how to get that exactly how you want it. But if it is slightly out, you can just, you know, bend it a little bit. It has got a little bit of tolerance to it, so you can just get away with that couple of degree of the angle being out. So there we go. So thanks for watching this short video. Hope you found it helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.